A sad day for German football fans as Die Mannschaft lost 2-1 to Northern Macedonia yesterday. A shock defeat considering Germany haven't lost a World Cup qualifier for nearly 20 years. Their 35-match unbeaten streak has been snapped by minnows Northern Macedonia. Let's go ahead and look into that a little bit further on this episode of The High Press with Conor Robinson. Hey everyone, this is Conor with the High Press coming at you with another episode here. What is going on with the German national side? We'll break that down, but before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, smack that notification bell so you never miss another video, and leave a comment below. Why don't you tell me what you think about the German national side shock loss to Northern Macedonia, their first in 35 matches. Let's go ahead and look at the game here. Germany, very blunt, a weird formation. Well, not a weird formation, but a weird lineup. Emre Can and Antonio Rudiger in the back line together with Matthias Ginter playing on kind of the right flank, almost as a wing back, but not really. And then you had Gozens kind of floating around playing on the left side. And basically like 4 or 5 central midfielders. I mean, you have Kimmich, Goretzka, Gundogan, Havertz, who was playing as like a 9 or 10 maybe, Serge Gnabry, and Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané was kind of blunt. I mean, honestly, to be real, from what I saw, the German national side looks a complete shell of its former self. I didn't see any threatening, really attack. Gundogan scored the penalty, but from what I saw, I mean, Leroy Sané was on the right side, and then he kind of would float around with try to combine with Ginter, and Kai Havertz was useless. He had a chance where he should have just hit it first time, tried to get a deflection to see if maybe someone on the follow up could have tapped it in, but really, I mean, just poor. They had 70% of the ball. When you have that much of the possession and you only come up with 2 shots on target, 11 shots in general, it's incredibly poor. I don't know what the game plan was. Jogi Löw has been in charge for a long time, and now he's going to step down after the Euros this summer, which now the more I see it, it looks like it's about time. I remember watching Julian Draxler captain a German B team to the Confederations Cup in 2017 before that last World Cup we had, and they won comfortably with their B team. They had Julian Draxler, a bunch of youngsters, guys who never really made it into the German setup, and they comfortably steamrolled pretty much every team they played. Now when I look at the side, there's no direction. It's a bunch of center midfielders all occupying the same spaces. I understand Gundogan is in good form for City, but he was kind of occupying the same positions that Kimmich was, and Kimmich kind of, I don't know, it's a weird setup for sure, but brilliant play by Northern Macedonia to go there, have, feed off scraps of the ball. They had 30%, only were able to string together 300 passes, 6 shots, 3 on target, comparatively to 11 shots, 2 on target by Germany. They scored on the stroke of halftime, which I think probably is what ultimately led to them winning the game. And, what is there really positively to say about Germany? Timo Werner came off the bench. Timo Werner looks a shell of his former self. Yeah, he's got a couple of goals under Thomas Tuchel, I believe, but he's not even close to where he was with Leipzig before he moved. Gundogan's playing the same sort of positions as Kimmich. Emre Can is not a center half. Why are you playing him there? None of it makes sense to me, especially when Germany has players like Jonathan Tah. I mean, let me look at this bench real quick for Germany. Let me tell you who's on the bench. Kevin Trapp, Philip Max, Jonathan Tah, Jamal Musiala, Timo Werner, Eamon Yunus, Bernd Leno, Lucas Klosterman, Florian Neuhaus, Florian Wirtz. So there's two defenders on that team that should be playing ahead of Emre Can. And I get it, it's Northern Macedonia. I get it, it's a World Cup qualifier. But you can't you have to change the shape at some point. You concede a goal right before halftime. You see what you're doing clearly isn't working, and you're not going to change the shape. You're not going to change the tactics when you have Klosterman and Ta on the bench. You're going to sit there and continue to go with Rudiger, let Ginter kind of bomb up the right hand side, and have Emre Can defend. The first goal, Antonio Rudiger dropped so far off his man that it just there's no point in even trying to play any offsides. He was so far off. He was so deep. It allowed Pandev to make the return run. The ball switched from left to right, and he was unmarked in the middle of the pitch. Tap in right before halftime. So Germany were horrendous. I've read a lot of scathing articles, saying that İlkay is out of time. I've seen a lot of stuff saying that it's not the right decision. He's making all these bad choices, and that they're not really confident going into the Euros. But there's still a lot of talent from the German national side. It's how do you get the best out of it? And obviously, İlkay doesn't know what he's doing at this point. I mean, unless this is a complete one-off, and he can, change things. When you're a manager that has that much experience, you've won a World Cup, you have to know when to switch the tactics, when to change the shape of the team. And when you have Philip Max, who's been in okay form, I get it. You bring off Gosens on yellow, you could bring on Philip Max, you can take off Emre Can, maybe put him in Jonathan Tah or Klosterman, switch to a 4-2-3-1 or something. There's just the German side would just pass it side to side. They would try to play these little combinations, try to break down a Macedonian team that was playing a 5-3-2. I mean, you're not going to break that down very easily, especially with what they were doing yesterday. So, brilliant play by Northern Macedonia. Not only do they qualify for the Euros for I believe the first time in their history with Goran Pandev as the captain, they go ahead and knock out. Well, I shouldn't say knock out. They go ahead and beat Germany on German soil for the first time in almost 20 years. So shout out to Goran Pandev. Shout out to the Macedonian team. Excellent result for them. And with that being said, we're going to wrap things up. Make sure that you like this video, share this video. We're trying to grow the channel, so make sure that you share it to everyone you know. Hit that notification bell. Let us know what you think below. Comment how you thought Germany performed, what they could have done differently. And, maybe if you have some praise for Northern Macedonia, leave that behind as well. So thanks for tuning in. Have a nice day.